So, good evening, friends. Today, we'll take a look at some of the important news articles from the UPS perspective. So, dated November 10, 2024. Here, there's a what are the costs of slowing population in India. So, in this year, there has been a question with regard to the demographic winter. What is meant by demographic winter? Some of the countries are experiencing a severe decline in the child births. Imagine there are 100 crores today population. In a few years later, it will be 50 crores. In a few years later, it will be 20 crores. So the population, in order to sustain a population, every woman must have at least two children. The total fertility rate of 2.1. So this here the team India that news is not related to us. So the 14 soldiers among 26 killed in Park railway station blast. This is also of not much importance, but it will be worth taking note of. So Balochistan is one of the provinces in Pakistan. The problem there is that it's nearly it's around a much bigger province in the entire Pakistan. But though it is rich in minerals, the people of that area are very poor. The main land or the well-to-do population from Punjab area in Pakistan are exploiting this resources in this area. So there is some kind of a, what we say, unrest among the people. So they formed some liberation army like Baloch Liberation Army, which is fighting for the independence of Balochistan. Here, the ransomware attack hit crucial defense unit last year. So it is important to take note of that. Cyber security is a part of our syllabus in GS3. So we have certain nodal agencies to take care of cyber security, like Computer India Computer Emergency Response Team, or we have I4C India Critical Cybercrime Coordination Center, National Critical Information Protection Center. So it is worth noting. So here you need to take note of what is a ransomware. Here you need to take note of so what's a malware. So there's a there is a DDU, distributed denial of service. What each term means, an aspirant needs to know. A ransomware means imagine your site is hacked. Unless you pay a certain amount, your site is not released. And malware attack. Suppose your website malfunctions. If you click on a homepage, it will take you to another website. Distributed denial of service. Imagine a website, hundreds of search, what we say, requests are coming, leading to the collapse of the website. Dist- What is the phishing, malicious phishing, website defacement? So some of the times that one of the, like, in the Indian government websites, we only see Indian flag, but sometimes by through the attempts of hacking, a Pakistan flag is being inserted. So today the cyber security is of important, very important concern. The DOP reports that the CBI had collaborated with international counterparts such as FBI, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and Singapore Police to dismantle call center fraud networks in India. So the call center frauds. So even the ICMR had suffered a data leak of Aadhaar and passport information of 81 crore Indians. See, imagine the cyber security. So that each and every, suppose the government agencies have a enormous amount of data banks. So when this hack, so ahead of COP29, India to emphasize Paris steel deadlines on climate finance. So we all know that the COP29 is going to happen in the Baku, Azerbaijan. So where is Azerbaijan? It's worth noting. So here the main target of this the coming upcoming conference of parties is with regard to climate finance. So how if we want to do any activity, we need money. So straight away we can jump to the we can avoid other articles. So even the last year, a bank even stopped some of its services for 2 to 3 days because of some unknown error that attacking that bank. Here, Madhya Pradesh Speaker campaign, Congress writes to State Election Commissioner. So the Speaker, once suppose a Speaker is basically an MLA, once selected, he should remain aloof from politics because he is the representative of the House. So he is a neutral person who should be acceptable and accessible to both the ruling as well as opposition parties. So the role of speaker is very crucial in a democracy in the conducting the houses, in deciding the anti-defection law. Accessibility for disabled persons is a fundamental right, rules top court. So accessibility. So there was an article related to type 2 diabetes. So diabetes is one of the major growing concern. So in the previous days we have heard about the malnutrition, polio, or chikungunya, dengue, malaria. But today's era is facing a new kind of challenges. That is diabetes, obesity, sugar, BP. So there is a type 1, type 2 diabetes. With regard to it, we'll take a let's take a note of the question as well. So, which are the following statements is false with regard to diabetes? The type 1 diabetes is a chronic condition. Is the, so, here on the screen you can see the question. No need for me to read the again. So, here we are asked about, we have to identify the false statement. The false statement is D. Insulin is produced by pancreas. Let's go back to our newspaper analysis back. So, domestic savers to offset foreign investor exodus. So, we know that the foreign institutional investment, foreign portfolio investment, foreign FDA. So equity market. Suppose an American buys certain amount of stocks, shares in Indian company. So in buying, so he will transfer some amount to India. So this is called foreign institutional investment, foreign portfolio investors. So in the recent time there has been a decline. Means they are selling off their shares in India and going back. How is going back means they are withdrawing their shares and all. So which is the gap is being filled by domestic investors. The finance minister tells RRBs to develop products for MSMEs. So we all must note that MSMEs play a crucial role in the Indian economy. They provide employment around 10 crore people, and they also around 45% of exports of India's export come from MSMEs. They also play a crucial role in supporting other industries. The finance and the MSMEs also form part of the priority sector lending. So we all know that private sector lending means the government aims to channel credit to certain organizations, certain sectors like agriculture, education, social sector, MSMEs. India will fail to meet 2025 TB relation target. So TB is one of the major challenges that India is also facing. So India kept in the Prime Minister Modi gave a call a few years back of TB Mukt Bharat by 2025. But the article says that given the present situation, India may not be able to reach the ambitious target by 2025. What are the reasons? What are the consequences? It's all given below. So, let's take a question regarding to it. How many of the following statements is or true with regard to tuberculosis? India aims to be a TB-free country by 2027. TB is a communicable disease. Tuberculosis is a bacterial infection that affects the lungs and can spread through the air when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or spits. So here we have asked about what true with regard to. So just now we have seen that India aims to be a TB-free country by 2025. So the statement one is wrong. The rest of the two statements are right. It's a communicable disease, and the only two B is right. So with this, we end up today's newspaper analysis. Thank you all for joining us today. Wish you all a good day. Have a great day ahead. Thank you all. Thank you, friends.